Welcome to Sponsored by Nobody. This week, sponsored by interns. We started outsourcing. It is January 2022, and you're listening to Leaves in the Jungle, Season 2, Episode 11. In this game, we will be using the Wildsea world setting and system. I am Ian the Firefly, and we have...
Austin playing Tzitzi-Yaku, the Chelakray.
Bev playing Rook the Ardent.
Dylan playing Jisan the Gao.
I'm Jonathan, playing as Belt, the slug person.
And we have a delightful guest star this week who comes all the way from the Wildsea Discord. They are...
I'm Justin, and I'll be playing Plank.
Awesome. Thank you again for coming here, Justin. And we're very excited to have you.
Oh, thank you.
Those of you on the Wildsea Discord will probably know Plank. They are on there fairly regularly. Yeah. We're going to start with our little warm-up, and then we'll do what we did last session, and then we'll start the session. So, our warm-up is, are shadow puppets still a thing on the Wildsea? And what do people think of them?
I'm just picturing go for it.
They're cute. Just don't feed them.
Okay.
I like the ominous implication of that. I was just thinking that style of the beautiful, when you get those paper almost canvases, and then they just have these beautifully cut out puppets. I can't remember the exact name of it, but you know what I'm talking about, where it's just an art.
A puppet show?
Yeah, well, but specifically that style. I keep wanting to say kabuki, but I know that is completely incorrect.
I am actually imagining mimics. Due to the idea that shadow in a lot of ancient cultures has the idea of mimicking or copying what it's attached to. So they travel around trying to either make something a puppet or be the puppet for something.
You just follow a random guy and I am your shadow puppet now. You just start copying you, or?
It wants to mimic you. It wants to be as you as it can be.
That is both terrifying and awesome.
Yep.
I was thinking it's like an art form, kind of shared between a few different races, like the Mothrin and the Chelakray primarily. Maybe the Gao with their fungoid forms they could make, and they all specialize in casting off other different lights with constructs with what they make from their cultures, like webs or cocoons or wings and stuff, and shining light through them.
Mm-hmm.
I am now imagining a sleeping Leviathan who is asleep the entire time, but has a shadow puppet attached to it, which is the real problem.
That's the problem. It fed it once, and it will never go away. Ever. Shadow puppets, not even once.
Just ask Wendy to get out her sewing kit and cut off the shadow puppet.
Oh my gosh, they're like the Shadow in Peter Pan.
It's like a Wendy, somebody who is like an exterminator. These things.
That's the title, Wendy.
A Wendy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Somehow we found Peter Pan, but just that chapter.
Just sewing up your problems.
Yep.
A little bit of soap will reattach it too.
Yes.
It helps. You want a clean connection or disconnection.
Dylan, anything, or are you good?
No, I don't have anything that can follow up. But you guys have pretty much explored everything that I could touch on.
Fair enough. No worries. Does anyone want to describe what happened last session in a brief recap?
We did the city, the Big Apple.
Oh my god, did we ever do the city?
Oh yeah.
No. It's
so
all
much
coming
fun
back
in
to
this
me now.
right? I think that was one of my favorite episodes.
This is what happens when we break the NPC side quest, like, love-hate functionality.
Yeah.
So last episode, we all kind of like came into awareness.
Out of
Just
a brunch stupor.
Yeah, we've been at brunch for like 3 days with
So
just
many
unlimited
mimosas.
mimosas.
You say 3 days. I specifically said it'd been a month.
No.
No.
We were at brunch for 3 days.
Oh, fair enough.
We
Yeah,
were
yeah.
doing other things too, but like 3 days of unlimited mimosa brunching.
Yeah.
To cleanse the
eventually-
palate after whatever else we did.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
oh boy, we had bad taste in all of our mouths. Went and
Each more
found-
concerning than the last.
something led us to what was the
I
was
checked
it?
my arm for any notes because sometimes
Yeah.
I write notes to myself on like just on my wrist or on my hand or whatever. So I checked it and there were notes that led us eventually to a strip club called the Sex Magnet, where we found out that there's actually a lot of notes written all over my body and other people's bodies, full Memento style. There was a strip competition with Portobello.
And me.
Yes.
Yeah, Jisan and
Yeah.
Portobello made
Jisan
up.
and Portobello made up
Yep.
through the power of dance, erotic dance. And
Belt might be
Dance,
pregnant.
dance, magic dance.
oh, okay, cool. Oh, and we picked up a flamingo.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I don't think any of us knew that we did by the end of the episode.
I
The
mean,
Bufflamingo Himbo.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie.
Flamingo.
By the end of the episode, you guys ended up spending another 2 months on that snail before you actually left.
Nice. Snail being the
Yeah.
city, people. Come on.
Yeah. That's why they call it the Big Apple.
Yeah.
Anywho,
Wait, what?
just leaving it there. I'm just gonna let it dangle. Don't even worry. So now, that was last session. Again, with these cameo sessions, whether the war effort comes up or not, it's assumed at the end of the session, the cameo character will have some kind of opinion on our player characters, and we'll join either pro or con. And yeah.
We were on a journey, weren't we?
What journey?
Following a chart and a whisper.
Yes, you guys were using the chart and whisper. Oh no, you guys got the chart. You were about to use the chart and whisper. It was probably, if quote unquote this session wasn't going to be a cameo session, you guys would probably be using the chart and whisper you got, because Jisan's back is now a full like Yakuza style back tattoo. That is the chart. What is it called? It's called Allspice God. And
right.
so yeah. So Jisan was going to probably use that tattoo to get him towards the Allspice. But this session kind of flows again. Cameo sessions flow canonically wherever they fit. So don't think about it too hard where this is in the actual timeline. With that said, you guys, after having spent 3 months on a snail, drinking mimosas and other weird things and doing all of who knows what, wake up in the middle of what looks like almost a junkyard with a very sandy bottom. And all around you, as like your eyes kind of adjust to the light of like midday as you're waking up, or eye stalks, sensors, whatever you want to call the things you see light with, as you adjust to it, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I literally have sensory stalks, so that's kind of funny.
Yeah. As you adjust to the light and the morning and waking up not on your ship in this junkyard with a sandy bottom, all of a sudden you can hear noise all around you of a large crowd cheering and excited, and people like thundering their fists and feet and the hustle and bustle of like almost a city as well. As you look around and you're in the center of what looks like a giant arena or coliseum.
Oh, God damn it.
And across from you is...
just this itty bitty hand-stitched brown teddy bear with, black button eyes, a little triangle, little knob nose with stitched mouth, kind of just waving at you guys, saying, "Hi, I'm Plank."
That's obviously a demon.
Cursed.
I love that as a teddy bear, but there's a solid chance that none of us has ever seen a bear.
I have no idea what that stitch
And
monstrosity is.
it makes me love this even more.
I mean, like,
shadow puppets.
right. I wake up being like, I want to hug you and love you, but also I've seen enough to know fear, so I'm like fighting my urge to cuddle, but also like just I'm not liking this whole gladiatorial vibe we're in.
So Belt will stand up, slither up, get
Slug
upright,
up.
Slug.
and yeah, just oh, hello there. What?
Hi.
I thought that we were done waking up in weird places, but
We
here
will
we
never
are.
be done.
As the crowd is roaring, it's like, "You're today's entertainment. I'm gonna deck you in the schnoz."
Oh, now the name makes sense. Kind of.
I'm curious. Okay. Like I'm gonna walk up to little bear man. And I'm kind of honestly, I'm super curious. I'm too curious. Okay, take your best shot.
Okay, you said I get to go first. And then as you see that happening, you see different parts of the junkyard start rumbling. You see iron plates start rolling over. You see different pieces of timber start moving and like floating up around him. Different leather straps and marline line and just glue, nails, capstans all start forming around him. And as you guys were towering over him, you guys slowly move your heads, or whatever particular object you use as a head. It starts going from looking down to looking up at this giant, encased teddy bear in an iron-bound suit. And you see this big old fist crackle, and he tries to deck you with it.
Mecha bear.
So my opponent is a giant mecha teddy.
I just look straight at him and I'm like, nice.
I am
Nemo's gonna
overwhelmed
sue for
with
copyright.
coolness.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I'm
I'm
into it.
I'm kind of taking notes, and also, can I use both my ghost sight and my pharaoh sight to kind of get some insight? Yeah.
Yeah, Plank, what would Rook see if she looks at you with Pharaoh Sight and Ghost Sight?
With Pharaoh Sight, you wouldn't see any magnetic use or any type of electric field being used to form. With Ghost Sight, you would see this like endless bounding light stretching out of the teddy bear in almost an eldritch fashion, as its like giant hands are what grip the different parts of the junkyard to form his outer shell. And it seems what's partially holding him there is actually this multi-tendrilled hands literally keeping those parts together. So for you, he would be a blinding ball if you're using your ghost sight.
Like just a blinding ball of like tentacle-y hands, or like...
Well, it blurs because of just how numerous they are.
Right. Almost like a Legos, but with ghosty hands.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It all comes back to the Legos.
It always comes back to the Legos.
So who said I could hit them again? Was it Tzitzi?
It
Jisan.
definitely was
Jisan.
not.
Jisan.
It's Jisan. Okay.
Jisan's got multiple arms.
Oh,
Well,
baby. This is going to be a good one.
Yeah.
Jisan.
Wait, did somebody say that out loud to Jisan? Jisan has multiple arms. Did somebody say that? Or
I did.
like in game though? I mean, like, is that?
Oh yeah,
Sure.
he can take it. He's got multiple arms.
I just kind of look at you and I go, no, you're not winning with arms.
I'm a little under-equipped when it comes to the arm count category here, actually.
Yeah. But I'm the only one who sees it.
I guess I'm probably just going to brace because he's punching me. What else do I do? I'm going to bring up my mechanical limb between me and him and catch his punch.
Roll away.
Yeah.
Let's see. We'll use grace here. And 1 brace. And that's about it.
I'll give you an advantage because you know this hit's about to come. Like, so you're ready for it. You're not ready for it because he's giant, but you know it's coming. So yeah, I'll give you the advantage for that.
Well, you know what? I could just consume one of the tracks of my flavorful feast and draw back that particularly
delightful memory.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I'll give you an extra dice for that. As you just smile as you take the hit. You're just like, oh yeah, remember that time I had a delicious dinner?
Remember when? We'll have a flashback moment there. 464. So 6
remember
with a
when
twist.
I'm not getting punched in the face? 6 with a twist. Yeah.
Beauty.
Go ahead. What happens?
I would imagine he hits me, and I would imagine that I block it with my mechanical limb and throw his fist aside. So I'm standing there in like a kind of like a Muay Thai pose with my one knee up.
Nice.
And my pogoing on my dead leg.
Could the twist be that like some stuff like collapses and so now like we have like some cover and we can play some cat and mouse?
Sure. Yeah. As Plank like punches Jisan, he hits Jisan and just kind of like reverberates back, and some of the junkyard falls a little bit, and you guys have a small bit of like chest high cover.
I imagine that as you reverberate back and push me back, I feel like you absorbed it very well, and I take 1 or 2 steps back, and in response, you see Plank do the stomp, stomp, clap, and then he starts doing it over and over again, and the crowd starts getting into it, as in we're now going to have some entertainment.
The whole crowd just stomp, stomp, clap, stomp, stomp, clap, stomp, stomp, clap. And they're getting right into it. They're cheering, they're screaming. It's the whole area. Like, you can feel the stadium shaking on the waves as they're cheering.
Ooh. This giant big smile appears, not on the teddy bear because he's inside now, but like what may be considered the head. And he puts his hands up and like waves them at you. He's like, hey, it's your turn.
I'm gonna exactly mimic your gesture with a dramatic flourish, and I guess I'm gonna run at you and try and whack you.
As C goes to do that, I just yell at you, so I'm like, "Do you still have the chocolatey salts? That might help."
I just kind of look at her like, what the heck are you talking about? That was 15 episodes ago.
I just look at the others and I'm like, what? I am not a fighter. This is what I have to contribute.
I am going to... Do I have my frying pan with me?
Yeah, you have all of your stuff with you. Yes.
Including my...
I am going to vault into the air and bring down my giant frying pan with force and give him a good whack.
Excellent. What are you rolling to do this?
I guess I would probably use break because that's the only thing that I have available.
Fair enough.
I'm sort of making guesswork as to where I feel like the actual teddy bear is encapsulated in the junk colossus.
Fair enough. So you're aiming for like Plank center?
Yeah, I'm basically using my instincts.
Okay.
I'm just trusting it'll go to the right place. I'm just focusing on swinging it as hard as I can. Okay. So we're rolling it. 6 and a 5.
6 and a 5. You hit him. Plank, what happens when Jisan hits you?
What type of damage is that?
Blunt.
Okay, what's a good way to put this? You hit me, and it feels as though you hit solid, like, metal earth, as in nothing happened. And there's like and I imagine you might have a slightly stunned face as you gave it all you got.
And literally did nothing. It was like hitting like null damage.
Basically. Is like, Plank's like, yes, that's a good way to do it. Plank is actually going to do a flourish, and he's going to try to scoop under the ground and like try to fling you into the air.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll use Iron Flourish and my big old body, and we'll see if I'm able to send you flying into the air.
Roll away.
No.
Yeet.
Is there any cuts on this?
No, you're good. Don't worry. I mean, Plank's giant. You got
Yeah.
it. Goodbye.
It's 2 6s, a 5, and a 3, so it's a success with a twist.
Excellent.
So, you know, have you like you just imagine a backhoe, and that's just like his hand, and you happen to be standing on the earth that he's currently scooping. And because this is a flourish, he's doing it more as like a motion. You can see there's a lot of exaggerations. If you wanted to, you could potentially find a way to interrupt him. If it wasn't for the fact that your frying pan probably doesn't do a lot. And you just get sent into the air, but you get sent in such a light way that you could do something while up in the middle of the air.
Yeah, you're going up into the air now, Jisan.
Okay.
And we're gonna pause on you for a second as you're going up in the air. And the others, what are you doing as you see Jisan just like getting yeeted into the air?
Well,
Getting.
Go ahead.
No. I was gonna say getting yeeted into the air.
Yep.
I was just gonna ask, now that we're like conscious, do we have any kind of recollection as to how we got there? Any further clarity on our situation?
You know what? Roll me a sense check. That sounds like a sense check. You're gonna like try and use your intuition and
And then is that gonna have sharps?
Yeah, sure, sharps would work. And you know what? Give me
tides.
Tides or sharps, either or. And then is anyone helping her remember kind of how you guys got here?
Nope. I am immediately jumping over, using my jaw spear, and vaulting over one of the pieces of metal to catch Jisan in the air and settle him in the ground.
Excellent. We'll get back to that in a second. Belt, are you helping Rook or?
No.
No? Okay.
Belt is going to hit the ground and like roll on it, and I'm going to use Rock in a Soft Place, my whisper, to they get like a layer of sand on themselves because they're like, oh, I'm not a combat person. Nope.
Excellent. You.
So they're still active in the scene, but they just have like a layer of they're Gara-ing.
That's fair. Yeah, you.
Oh no!
You.
No coffins.
Ultimate defense. I'm not here.
Excellent. Yeah, you build up a little sand armor around yourself there, as you're like, I don't want to be here. Rook,
Knowledge is
roll away
future me's
without
problem.
advantage because no one wants to help you.
That's fair. That is a 4.
A 4. Conflict. Okay, you're kind of foggy still. You get the recollection that it seemed like a good idea at the time.
Okay. Can
Yeah.
I do another thing right now, or are we passing to something else?
No, I'm gonna pass you off to Tzitzi here. If that's okay. Tzitzi, you are pole vaulting to Jisan's aid.
You bet I am. I've been
Excellent.
wanting to do this for so long, since I realized I could. So I'm going to be using Grace, because this is majestic.
Yep.
I got 2 in the vault, and then because I'm using my Jaw Spear as a pole, 1 for the Jaw
Yeah.
Spear.
Go for it.
So I'm going to get this tree up. So 4 and up. Let's see, anything else happen into this?
You're good. Yeah.
I'll take it. 4, 5, 1, 1.
So 5 and a twist. Yeah, you managed to be able to stand under where Jisan is. You're not going to catch him like perfectly midair, but you're prepped and ready for when he falls. That he's going to take less damage falling into your arms. Anyone got a good
give
twist?
him a hug.
My hero.
Anyone
And
got
I'm
a good
even in
twist?
school.
I'm not sure where we are in the initiative order.
Okay, the twist is as you prep yourself and get your footing, you're facing away from Plank now. Your back is to Plank. And then Belt, you're rolled in the sand.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to do next?
Oh boy. Belt is going to try to figure out where this thing's what's it called? It's like the thing that's binding it to this existence. They're gonna try to steal that to see if they can get this thing to not be a giant mass of very sharp stuff.
Excellent.
Just full on evil witch. I will steal your soul.
Yes.
Excellent.
All right, so let's see.
What do you want to roll to try and find Plank's soul? Question mark.
Let's see. I have
Soul anchor?
Sense. Vault for acrobatics.
That's probably.
I do have a rank in
sense
10. Neat.
Study. Maybe 10.
Skill of dust, remnants, and forgotten ways. What about delve? To
Yeah,
explore
that could work.
Explore barriers and unearthing secrets.
Yeah, secrety kind of things.
Okay, it's
I'd
all about
give
the
you
same
that.
dice pool.
Yeah,
I have a lot of ones. I have a lot of ones. Turns out having languages is expensive. So let's see. So I have one in vault. I'm going to use my veils, shadows, ciphers, and secrecy, and I'm going to use the fact that I'm an anchored to just have an idea of what I might be looking for.
Okay. I'll give you the
I too have
advantage
one of
for that.
these.
I'll give you an advantage for that.
6. Boop. 1, 3, 4.
1, 3, 4. Plank, what does Belt see when they try and look for whatever attaches your being to this plane of existence?
Alternatively, like Belt could figure out, like, are we dealing with an anchored? Are we dealing with an ironbound? Are we just dealing with a bunch of ghosts?
I think the best way to put it is you're dealing with an anchored who is exclusively attached to the teddy bear and has wrapped themselves in a suit of armor. And that's kind of really more or less what they are. If you can get the teddy bear, then the suit of armor should not be the problem.
You rolled a 3 correctly. That was your highest.
He rolled a 4.
Oh, 4. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
I technically succeeded.
There's a downside to this, and he's about to experience that.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead, Plank. You got the spotlight.
Okay, so you definitely do that. The downside is where you've hidden yourself in the sand, you notice that there's this slighted angle like ramp that seems to be circling the entire arena. And your friends that are flying in the air, coming down, seem to be on a trajectory towards that ramp as well. And you see Plank go, "Ooh, I get to do the bowling ball." And you see him kind of collapse in on himself into a ball. He's going to use his actual wreck iron plating to spring himself a little bit and propel himself rolling down this ramp.
I knew Bakugan were going to be my death.
Yeah.
Okay. Human boulder.
Tzitzi, you're faced away from this, remember? So it's
He's faced away from this.
You definitely hear this. It is not quiet.
Oh yeah, you'll hear it. But you're catching Jisan. As you're falling, you fall into Tzitzi's arms, but you kind of have a breath of moment in the air there. Would you like to do anything while you're in the air, or do you want to just fall quickly and then do something on the ground?
I'll hold you.
I'm gonna. Well, I see him turn into the giant ball that's about to kill us, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so as I'm coming down, I'm going to grab Tzitzi with my third arm, and then flip to the ground, using him to catch me, and then flip him as well, so that he's faced around the correct direction.
Excellent. Yeah, you guys, you both can just be flipped around and readying yourselves.
This is some Naruto stuff.
Yes. Yes.
I can't deal damage to him. What do you want me to do? It's
Rook, what are your...
How close am I to all of this right now?
How close do you want to be?
Well, in my he's currently in ball form, barreling towards the friends, right?
Yes.
Okay, because in my head, I've just kind of been standing in the same spot the whole time, kind of amused.
Okay.
With Scraps next to me, but I couldn't just walk up and it would take some running or some bolting to get close to the action at this point, right?
I mean, minor, yeah, but sure. However you want to do it.
No, I think in that case, what I'll do is I just kind of, me and Scraps, I just kind of saunter over to the edge. In my head, this is kind of got a big gladiatorial arena, and the edge of it is the big couple feet of wall before we get to the crowd, right?
Not quite a couple feet. This is probably 20-foot walls before you get to the crowd.
Okay. Yeah. So I go up to one of those walls, and I kind of just bang on it to signal to whoever's up there, whoever's got the front row seats, and I'm like, hey, just checking. What are the rules? What's the way? Is this a death fight? Is it
mid-sentence, someone pours their drink on your head and is like, boo.
Delicious, but actually, I just want to know what the win condition is. Are we all gonna die, or?
They throw the cup at your head and boo you.
So I get salvage.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nerd.
Maybe even a specimen if you can catch the stuff that they threw at you. Squeeze it in the cup.
Can I just say that I did that? Like, I grabbed the cup, grabbed the liquid mid thing, and I go, thanks! And I just kind of cheers them and walk off with it.
Yeah, go for it.
I start... Okay, so that's going to be in specimens. Ooh, I've already got Mug of Mimosa highlighted, and I'm just going to add... Oh, no, wait, there's only so many... I don't have another spot for it. I'm just going to put drink. Or drink question mark? Okay, and then I'm just going to slowly start walking, close enough to the action over here.
Okay.
I would like to help them out just a little bit.
Go for it.
Okay. So, Rook, while all that was happening to you, you did a great thing because you completely prevented a literal doom bolzer from hitting your friends.
Yay!
Because you see Plank may use part of his springs to bounce off the ramp and change his trajectory towards you. Now, don't worry.
Okay.
He's not planning on crashing into you. At least he's not planning on to. Because I'm gonna have to roll for this because it's gonna get awfully dicey. Yeah. I'm use instincts and flourish.
Okay.
And the whole goal is to pirouette out of the ball form right next to you.
Excellent.
Okay. Yeah, and I'll use actually a Whisper Woken by Thought to help you guys out.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay, so I did... What? Go ahead.
I'm going to use the whisper signs of failure.
Okay. I love it. Okay.
Yes.
Love it.
On your final spin as you pirouette out. So you topple over, like turtle-like.
Okay.
Okay.
What did you roll there?
Okay, I roll a success with a twist, but I'm only going to use that failure to make this more fun.
Excellent. Yeah, you.
So
Go ahead.
He's going to come out of ball form right next to Rook, dangerously close, like almost at full momentum, and do that like top spinning where it like just goes just around like a coin or something, only it's just around Rook. And he just kind of like falls on his back spinning, and he's like, this is a party. We're here to have fun. If you can't entertain, you won't sustain.
And I just kind of like crouch down, and I'm just like still holding my drink, and I'm like, okay, I just wanted to check, like, is this some kind of fight to the death?
If you're boring.
Okay.
By the way,
I just wanted to say, by the way, you seem a decent fellow, so I'd hate to kill you.
You seemed a decent fellow. I'd hate to die.
Yes! Thank you. So I'm like, please take this. I know what I'm talking about. Yay. And I just kind of nod and I go, okay. I think you know what? Totally get it. Cool. Finish my drink. Ready. Give him, I give it a hand to help him stand up, like as though my tiny body could leverage him up in this form.
Yeah. I will stand up and say thank you. Thank you for the handhold.
Crap.
Yeah. We'll pause there and let the other three act.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. So the other three.
Ooh, you were very quiet, Ian.
Yeah, all of a sudden.
No. Gosh darn it! 1 sec. Am I better now?
Nope.
No.
Why microphone? Why do you?
Okay, when I cheered and clapped, it was really hard because now my fingers hurt. I was very excited. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. While I fix this, the three of you discuss what you're doing as you watch Plank and Rook.
Watching Ramus do some breakdancing over there.
Yeah, as we do this quality podcasting. Only the best for you,
I was
listeners.
going to say we're sponsored by nobody, so this is how it goes.
It's
Maybe if somebody gets on and sponsors us, we'll be able to buy some equipment.
hey, a scuff stream is a good stream.
Mm-hmm.
That
Too true.
better? Nope.
Nope.
No,
At least he can tell himself.
Is that better? That's
A
getting
little,
better.
you're getting there.
Little
it's better.
Working on it.
Is that better?
Yes.
Much
Oh,
Caramely good.
Okay, now that I'm better. I don't know why I had to change my volume from like 18 to 91, even though we already had started, but that's cool. That's cool. I ain't gonna argue with that. Anywho, so yeah, what are you guys doing whilst the two of them? Well, yeah, you guys were about to get like completely bowled over, and then Rook went off and got dunked on, and Plank went over there. And as far as you guys can tell, because you can't fully hear Plank and Rook talking, but as far as you can tell, they've come to some sort of agreement, because it looks like either Rook kind of shook hands, maybe, question mark, with Plank, like helping them up, or Plank's about to yeet Rook into space by holding her arm. It's one of the two.
I want to see either one, so I'm cool. I'm good watching.
I'm running up. It's time. So I'm flourishing to the crowd like with like a come on as I run forward. I'm going to throw my emergency mimosa into my own face.
Yes.
As I run, right, like both as like a runner throwing water in their face after a long run, and also most of it in my mouth. I don't know. Yeah. And I'm going to just sideswipe punch Plank as I go through, right in the hand, right where they're contacting. It'll probably hurt Rook too, but I don't know.
Thanks.
That's fair. Yeah, roll flourish, and I'm gonna give you a double advantage for using up your emergency mimosa, as you like splash the mimosa in your face, and like all of a sudden you are drunk and high, and the whole memories of 3 months on the back of a snail just come flooding back to you in an instant, and then are gone in an instant, and you're just like, you can taste colors again. You're full power.
Well, I'm going to tell her to step off. That's not her cab. I don't know who I'm talking to or what about, but...
Just kind of point at myself and go, me?
We're going to roll instinctual, and I guess I'm probably just going to... Oh, yeah, flourish, right, of course.
Yeah.
All right.
And as I say, double advantage on that.
Well, that's going to be 6 with a twist.
6 with a twist. Yeah, you come right in. I'm going to say you end up hurting both of them. That's the twist. Because you fly in there, and what do you do in between the two of them that just, like, blows both of them away?
I'm going to slam a bioluminescent hot starfruit into their handhold at top speed.
Ow.
Excellent. Jisan's just like, eat this, I have made it, and just shoves it in your hands. Both of you can take 2 points of damage, Plank and Rook. As Jisan just like showboats themselves in a drunken, drugged fury and throws like boiling starfruit at you.
I'm guessing it's my right hand.
Sure.
Oh, right now it's the wrong hand.
Thanks.
We're professionals.
Yes. Plank is ecstatic. He got hurt.
Oh, it's one of these teddy bears.
Hey, we don't shame.
Hey, everyone has their own particular kink.
Exactly.
Oh, are
And
we
on
doing that now?
On that, I was just about to say, on that note, Belt, what are you up to?
So there's a rumbling as like other materials start to like move around and then coalesce as I use the word "guess what's inside" or the whisper "guess what's inside."
Ooh. Yep.
And Belt is going to start like attaching other things to their sand armor, and then come stomping out of the like pile of junk that they were in.
Are you full mech now too?
Yes.
I love it.
I try
I
to
don't have the
thumbs up
stats
at
to
you,
back it
but
up.
I can't.
But it looks cool. Which is why I'm going to be using Flourish for my
Excellent.
attack.
Excellent. Please do.
This is the fanciest attack fight I think I've ever been in. This is like some like West Side Story.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Use an Iron Flourish. Do I get a advantage for my stuff?
Yeah, now that you are on equal footings with Plank probably doesn't fight things on equal footings very often, so I'm going to give you an advantage for that.
Cool. That's
Correct me if I'm wrong, Plank, but...
Oh no, he's definitely welcoming this because he's going to use this.
Excellent.
Well, like Belt is like, oh, we're putting on a show, the kind of show that hurts. No, okay, I'm on board. 4 with a twist.
Excellent. Yeah. So you can just, like, fully tackle Plank. Are you trying to damage Plank? Are you trying to pin them down? What are you doing?
I think they're going to try to like pin Plank down.
Okay. You're able to pin down, like, one side of Plank with a 4. And for a twist, anyone got a twist?
I have a twist for the crowd.
Yeah, go for it.
Go for it.
So, you guys have successfully harmed, quote unquote, the champion, and so the crowd's like really into it because you spilled kind of the idea of like first you guys kind of spilled like blood on the sand. So they're starting to roar more, and you see some of the people that may be tempests at the highest peak of the coliseum start bringing in these massive tarps to create like this shadow effect on the arena, and they activate their electricity, and what they do is they shoot it across between each other at such high frequencies you start hearing music through the high resonant burning frequency of lightning from above.
Nice.
Yeah.
Loving it.
Perfect.
Seeing this flashing light display, it reminds me of like the encounters we've had in like the Fire City and the apes and stuff, and I sneak out the whisper "City of Wonder." So there's just always a flash of light whenever to punctuate our moves to make it that moment that stands out. We are the underdogs fighting against this behemoth, this champion, and the weather is on our side. The effects are on our side.
I love it. Yes. Yeah. Now that the weather's on your side, the lights and the action and the crowd is turning towards you as people are cheering, and I assume the battle rages on for a little bit. Positions are changed. People get hold of different things. Everything goes back and forth for a little while. Belt, you managed to pin down Plank again. Jisan, what are you doing?
Well, is there any part of his like core vulnerable, or
Would you like it to be?
he's
Yeah.
Is he completely shielded?
Rook, set him up.
Well, I did have an idea, but it's a multi-step idea, but one smooth motion. So, how do you want me to play
Go
this?
for it.
Just
Do it out.
Okay, so
Do it up.
are we in a standing position now, Plank?
You're wherever you want to be.
Let's assume
It's however. Yeah, so however you wanted to make it work.
All right, standing position. So I'm gonna run at you, and I'm as flourishy as I can, but specifically vaulting. I'm gonna start to run up the leg and kind of towards your shoulder. And as I'm doing that, I'm gonna pull out my grapple hook gun, and I'm gonna kind of like aim it at the centriest, meatiest part, kind of like when you're probing a chicken thigh,
I know. I gotcha.
Yeah. And to get that in there so that I can kind of hook it on and then just kind of like jumpy, flippy, twisty down over your shoulder, pulling the grapple hook behind me so that, and again, there was a simpler way to do this, but this is the fun way, so that like the whole, like the chain mechanism cranks open a hole, potentially, hopefully exposing you. And if that works, then there is a step 2.
Excellent. So roll vault. I guess you said you're vaulting. You're vaulting forward, and you can take an advantage because Belt has pinned down part of Plank.
And also, can I grace this?
Yeah. You always get your edges. Yeah.
All right. So that is a 6.
Excellent.
Okay.
Yeah. You managed to pry open a little bit of. Yeah, and everything you just said.
Okay. And so then, having successfully pried open, I'm assuming enough of an opening to see the teddy inside?
Yeah, there's just a bit, and...
I just kind of turn over my shoulder to Scraps, and I just go, toy! And Scraps sees happy teddy bear toy, and anybody who's ever given a dog a stuffed animal knows what's coming.
Okay.
What's a dog?
Right? Monkey dog.
Yes.
Yeah. Scraps is, I don't know if you heard the proper description, but Scraps is basically a big old retriever type dog that evolved to be more monkey-like.
I remember seeing a picture of it. It's adorably hilarious.
Thank you. Yeah, he's just big old puppy with long limbs and fingers. And yeah, he goes to get Happy Squeaky toy.
Belt, how are you helping Scraps get there? Because you're primed and ready. You're in position. Or not Belt, not Belt. It'd be Belt holding them. So
I was like, Belt's already working.
It'd be Jisan and Tzitzi. No, Tzitzi's getting the crowd on your side. So Jisan.
Okay.
Jisan. There we go.
I'm gonna yell, "This hand of mine glows with an awesome power. Its burning grip tells me to defeat you. Take this, my love, my anger, and all of my sorrow. Shining starfruit." And I dash towards him at high speed and jam my remaining starfruit into his core at high speed.
Excellent.
That's what we call the best Gundam series.
And like, as the strike goes in, the lightning goes across, and I send out my bird to like send out this eagle cry across the battlefield.
Roll away, Jisan. I have no idea what you want to roll for that, but
I'm gonna use flourish again because this is.
It's all flourish.
This is a cinematic masterpiece, is what this is.
Michael Bay is over there like, it needs more lens flares.
Okay.
Someone tilt the camera angle just like a 10 degree.
I want high contrast, blue-orange.
3,
Everything's an
5,
up
5,
angle.
4.
Yeah, everything's an up angle.
So 5 with a twist.
Suddenly I'm hot.
With a twist. You can throw that core in there, like that starfruit.
No, I'm punching it into him. I'm punching it into him.
Okay, you punch it into him. And here's the twist. You're like, Scraps is just so excited to get a teddy bear that he's gonna bite you as well as the teddy bear. Like, he's biting everything in there. He's excited.
Big old slobber mouth.
So you can take a point of damage from Scraps biting you.
Okay.
Plank. Scraps, the
Spike damage.
dog monkey, has bitten down on your teddy bear. Your teddy bear is also covered in boiling berry juice.
Yes.
Yeah. What are you doing?
I want Scraps to pull me out. He successfully rips me out of my cocoon of junk mech powerhouseness.
Excellent.
As he pulls me out, he's biting me, but then he realizes that he's biting a mouth, which is my chest, as the threefold section of my maw like opens up a little bit, and you see rows of sharp teeth kind of fold out, and this giant lickitung kind of just slurp up his face. And then what happens is a little tiny old memento goes down my throat, and I am going to use Spotlight Lantern. And the whole idea of it is to see if this is successful. So I'm actually using Liar Bite for this.
Okay.
And so it's going to be this is going to be Instincts, Liar Bite, my Spotlight Lantern, and and then we'll just use Back from Beyond as the whisper to help finish this out. So this is a full.
What are you doing to my puppy?
Nothing harming.
Okay.
Yet I proceed to no.
Because I would have to rain. I am the hurricane.
Yes.
I would have to rain
out
down.
of nowhere with a shotgun. It's gone rabid.
Okay, so that is 5 with a twist. So I am not gonna like get out of Scraps without some amount of difficulty. Like, it was harder than it looked. Probably because the team cleverly decided to defeat me. But this
So clever.
yeah.
Beat him up!
This little memento goes in me and into my blinding abyss of light, of endless light, then shoots straight up, and where all that lightning is hit, the ball hits where that lightning is and starts acting like a disco ball. Ooh. And in that flash of light, you see the teddy bear standing on Scraps, saying, "Huzzah! The heroes have won. The deed is done. Bring down the tea. Bring down the mead. Let's have a good old revelry."
And as
It's
Plank
so
says
on
this-
brand.
Love it.
As Plank says this, and the crowd cheers, the 4 of you are kind of like whisked away almost, like, or whisked together, I guess is a better word, as like parts of Plank's body kind of disassemble and reassemble, and you all find yourself in this quaint little tea shop, little tea house, if you will.
So excited.
Plank, what does it look like?
I imagine a 8-year-old girl's bedroom. So it's very, very like pink and purples. Everything is smaller than it's supposed to be, and you just see all the scrap that he had is now covered with doilies and tablecloth and cushions, and he's just like, welcome to me. This is where a lot of us come to party.
Yeah, people will start kind of filtering in now that the match is over.
As
So
he
this
says
is
this,
like-
I'm looking at my mimosa, like my empty mimosa, and I'm just like, God damn. Maybe I need to quit. This is too hard. This life,
Kind
it's not
kinda
worth
getting-
it.
of getting all like giddy and excited. If you like to party, you should come with me. There's nothing more fun than a war party.
Oh yeah, I instantly sit down and I'm like, I'm doing tea ceremony now. Yay! But also, what?
Scraps is sitting beside you, like licking tea out of a tiny, tiny cup.
But also wants to play with his toy. It's like, I get you a new one. I'll get you a new one.
You get the feeling that Scraps may not want to play with this toy because it might be an eldritch being.
That's fair. That's
Sacrifices.
Scraps is just kind of like, I will drink tea. I look at you cautiously, but also, what happened to my teddy bear? But also, you're terrifying. Drinks tea like a good puppy.
Yes, people will start coming in. You'll know distinctively that Plank does not make anything. He is like, that's just not who I am. But I do ensure that everybody is having fun of some sort, and you guys get to learn that this particular area is a 100% nonstop rowdiness. In fact, the rule of the day is be rowdy.
Love it.
Yeah, this whole like reef is just the coliseum, and there's houses built into the coliseum and shops and all sorts of things. It's just, yeah, it's one big brawl 24/7 almost here.
I flip a table.
So,
Let's go.
So do y'all do house calls?
Slam my
never-
tea, smash the cup on the ground. Another!
I like that guy. For house calls, I've never done one. We've always just ended up here. It kind of is the whole, once you're here, you're kind of just in the motion, and you never want to leave.
Well, I got a guy who would really hate to have you all just show up on their property, but it'd be great for us and everyone else.
I believe
This guy-
that.
This guy has it coming. Have
mean-
you ever heard of a skin farm?
And then Belt goes into horrible detail about just this guy.
Chelicray.
Yeah. Stressing that it's this guy and not Chelicray.
It's true.
It's like,
I can't stress enough that
Bad
this is. Yeah, we're not trying to start a race war. We just want to start a war with this guy.
Yeah.
Isn't that kind of what I do, though? It's just not with living things, but with dead things.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but I'm saying that you
No.
could totally do it with this living thing.
It's about the process of if it was alive and then you had it and it was like kept as a pet and then you made it dead and then you made it part of what you're doing.
Yeah.
he's stealing
you were
people's fun.
So if you were like
I don't like
animated
that.
a boat and, like,
Do you guys have a phrase for party foul? Is that a concept here?
I mean, you just said it.
Okay, good. This is epic proportion party foul level guy. Nobody's having fun at this party. It's just the kind of party where people are sad.
He's a Buzz Killington.
He's
We-
a
we
Buzz
had- we-
Killington Supreme.
We had one of those once. He didn't last long.
We would like for him to not last long.
Like they took 3 kids from that place, and they're doing great now. But like that guy was so mad, he like took 3 ships and followed them,
Yeah, the
clear across the reach, just for 3 kids.
Because the
that
kids wanted
are
to
now
party
having a
with
good
us.
the kids come in. They're like, we saw your match. It was great.
Oh, thank you.
Aww. Came?
Yeah, Rocky, Colt, and Tums, and they're definitely original character. Do not steal red, blue, and green masks.
Yep.
They just wink at us out of the corner of their eye when they say this, because they're just listening around the corner. It's like, you're the best. We don't want to go back to those fun suckers.
I just kind of flash them one of those little like hand heart thingies, like, I love you so much. They're my boys.
I understand that. I understand Buzz Killington's not being fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, if he ever decided to come around here, he wouldn't last very long.
Could you come around here but to him?
That would have to be an awful big invite. Something would have to be going down to make all of us want to show up.
We can arrange that. And it might take a while, you gotta hire vendors and stuff, but
So think of this coliseum as the ultimate party, as you're saying. You have to have a party bigger than this party if you want us to show up.
how about war?
Yeah, you ever been to a war, boy?
Yeah, war parties are pretty exciting, and what
Like
if you invite multiple reaches?
War involves actually like ending things. That's we try not to do that.
But
It
if
happens
we
every once in a while.
end this buzzkill, the party will never end.
Also, they have a friend who declared a forever war on this guy and has also been recruiting. And I hear he's immune to fire and uses it a lot.
I'm not immune to that. That's not fun. And that's bad.
I mean, don't knock until you tried it.
There's an Ectus on the player's side, on our side, that's immune to fire, and he uses fire to fight with.
I'm still not into that.
That's okay.
I mean, think about it. You don't want to burn everything down, even if it is by accident, because that's a party killer.
He's
Unless the party's theme is fire.
Now, if he knows
an I or a Y?
pyrotechnics, we have a doofer, so we are missing a pyrotechnics specialist for our doof machine.
He's great at making things explode.
Okay.
Yeah.
If he can help us out complete the doof machine, that would be useful.
I mean,
from what
if it's a
understand, he puts the
machine,
works
I
in-
could do it.
He puts the works in fireworks.
If I take a look at your doof machine and if I can fix it, can we like trade for like when we send you an RSVP for this party, you RSVP yes?
Yeah, sure.
Sweet. I go and where is doof machine?
So doof machine is the massive barge that would house everybody in this city.
Okay.
And the primary helms piece is played by an electric guitar.
I look over at Jisan.
It's basically underneath the entire arena. That's basically what the entire Coliseum is floating on, is this giant barge underneath. It doesn't actually work.
Interesting.
Oh,
would
I
like
get
to-
it. The doof machine.
I don't.
Like the doof warrior.
Yes. It's a Mad Max reference.
No.
I'm glad
This
I
whole
wasn't
episode
close
has
on that
been.
one.
There's not a lot of dialogue in that movie. I don't know what things are called.
I have to admit something. I've never watched a Mad Max movie,
just
Wild-
and there's not really a reason. I just haven't.
watch your
Wildsea has so many like points that connect to them.
It's like a reverse Wildsea, inverse Wildsea. Not to be
really
confused
is.
with
Yeah,
Waterworld.
Like cultural osmosis, I get it. I get the gist of it. I love it. I'm here for it.
I just haven't actually pushed that play button.
We'll definitely watch Fury Road because it's beautiful. Also, I am just now realizing that all it takes to do a punk apocalypse is just to take one biome of this planet and make it the all biome of this planet. You like deserts? How about the whole planet's a desert? You like water? The whole planet's made of water. What about trees? The whole planet's trees. It's the apocalypse. Everybody get your punk goggles.
The entire planet is one tree.
Whoa. But yeah, I wanna take a crack at the doof machine.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, roll. This is a giant. This
is a rattle.
This is roll rattle with, I'm gonna say 2 cuts, because this thing's giant. It's carrying the whole coliseum, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because she's just trying to fix the electric guitar bit.
I don't know what's broken with it. Plank doesn't know a single thing about rattle.
Luckily, I do. Please. All right, that
Luckily,
is a 5.
I do.
But
There you go.
But I have Surefire Smith, so try and count conflicts as triumphs when repairing gear
Nice.
and mechanical companions.
Nice.
So that's a triumph.
Yeah. Yeah. So you are able to get the doof machine up and running. Like it's the ship engine starts purring like a giant, like overpowered engine.
A subharmonic just rumble. It's like,
there you go.
Just like imagine like Mongolian throat music, so it starts humming underneath the entire thing.
Jisan, this is your moment. I gesture to the guitar.
It's not my place to randomly start driving it.
Sure it is. It is if it's a party. Also, we're shocked, right? We're not just going to drive away from our own ship.
That's future use problem. Being
Our
rowdy's about
boat's
the now.
attached to the side.
Cool.
Yeah. No, the whole coliseum starts to like groan and creak as the engine rumbles to life, and you can hear these like giant, and I mean absolutely massive chainsaw blades that like would dwarf even your whole ship just start churning as it starts like digging itself a little bit out of the waves and getting more on top so it can actually start driving.
All the
Okay,
speakers
it's too cool.
in the Coliseum start going as like Crazy Train starts playing.
But it's in the part, it's like literally the entire city singing it.
Yes.
Just echoing into like this giant cacophonous, just like multitude of voices.
Excellent. Yeah, no, the whole Coliseum is up and moving now. It's a thing. It's scary. I mean, this is a whole reef that has gotten mobile.
It's going to take us a while to get anywhere, but we'll get there, and the party will never stop, and it will reach you.
Yeah.
That's all I ever wanted.
Just never stop, never stopping.
On that note, I think it's a great place to stop.
Oh.
Yeah. I was Ian the Firefly, and we have
Austin the stage technician Yaku.
Bev the roadie.
Dylan as Jisan the gaffer.
Jonathan as Belt, the special effects person.
and our special guest star.
Clank, the mayor of Partyville.
Excellent. And we were sponsored by nobody. Signing off.